We are trying to go live, and YouTube is playing game. YouTube playing game. There we go.
What's up,
So
man?
good evening. Name is Shaket Bautal. He's Bo. Please share the stream, Bo. You know the drill by now. Please. Just the Panthers Nations. We'll find out we are live because this is a big game. A big game, big opportunity. Everything is in front of us. Thank you, Bo. So we have a lot to talk about this team who officially has been diagnosed as a bipolar team. The Carolina Bipolar Panthers. That is who they are. They win some games that we don't expect them, then they lose games that we think they will win, they lose. So this is a bipolar team, which the first thing we need to talk about the Saints game because that the defense garbage. No sugarcoating about it. Absolutely garbage performance. Terrible play calling. We found out, Bo, on the drives that the Saints basically destroyed us, that tied the game up. Literally, the adjustment wasn't, the correct calls weren't made. When I watched that drive, it felt like I was playing a Madden game, throwing the pass so many times, the defense not doing any stuff, playing on the rookie level, the defense not doing any stuff. That was embarrassing. Then we will get to the official spot later, but just a complete letdown by this freaking bipolar team.
I mean, they were doing well for a while there. We were holding them for a pretty close game. It just kind of fell apart there at the end. So my dog gets the squeaky toy out, so she's pretty amped up. Um, yep, there you go. She happy dog. Um, yeah, I mean they were hanging there for a little bit, and just didn't go our way at the end. Penalties didn't help. They're gonna have to learn from their mistakes and be ready for Tampa. I mean, I've heard everything about the Saints game, and I'll be honest, I'm at the point where I'm kind of NFL'd out. This league is upsetting me in ways that haven't been for about a decade since we had that fiasco in the Super Bowl. So I'm kind of close to getting burnt out, but I'll be hanging around to see how we're looking, for this Sunday. That's a big game, but yeah, I'm just, I don't know why I should be caring about their product if the NFL can't care enough to pay some officials to actually, have competent play, like competent actual officials. I mean, you never know what you're going to get, and now that they're in bed with these, gambling entities, and you've got lines that are on games. I'm sorry, I don't have to have a tinfoil hat to see a little connection here. So, it is what it is. But we'll see. I'm not out on the NFL yet, but I'm teetering in that direction, and I'll just be Purdue Boilermaker Bo. That'll be my new thing, and I'll be a golf guy. I'm so fed up with this product.
Now, I hear your frustration. I'm not giving up. I mean, I brought a very expensive ticket last night. So now, if you ask me on Sunday, I was pissed off. Was pissed off. I used very strong language and to Bond, not against Bond, but in DM and all of that language that I don't use on YouTube. So I was extremely pissed off. Now, as far as the officials were even bad before we had sport betting. That is the thing. Now, I like to know. Maybe people in the comments can let us know. Maybe you can let me know, Bo. Since when is an uncatchable pass a defensive pass interference? I mean, the ransom call, I mean, it was a tough hit. Title shook. I don't wish you any harm, but remember, karma is real. Remember, we play you guys twice next season. Remember, other teams see who you are. See who you are. So don't be a diva because I'm not saying it, but players will remember it. Carolina Panthers play you guys twice next season. If you think they forget about it, no. Next season, I bet when they have a chance, they will try to get a leak on you. And I will put it that way. Because the NFL players don't appreciate diva. And the thing is, like I said, what's up, Bianca? Like I said, since when is an uncatchable pass a defensive pass interference? Because I'll be honest with you, Bo, that is the most outrageous call that really pissed me off. Yeah, the T-Mac, they apologize. We picked up a first down later on, so it's completely irrelevant. I mean, uncatchable pass, I mean, was going to say that was a holding by JCO, complete holding, but they did not call it holding. So if it's not a pass interference, guess what? You pick up the flag. And that was an uncatchable pass because JC owned old Chris Olave, and it's not pass interference.
Yeah, I mean, man, we could go through all the plays, Shaked. You know it. I don't know how to explain any of it. And the thing is that you can't gripe about the officials because then you're just a crybaby fan that thinks that it's officials' fault. Why the offense was kind of stalling out there at the end of the game. Honestly, I mean, I know that we went into a type of prevent defense there, but you got to move the chains, and I don't think that you know we, we we didn't do any favors for ourselves. Certainly, the officials didn't do any favors for themselves. But if this is where you can just slide to get your first down, and I mean, players are just going to have to let you because you can. I mean, it's pretty easy to just. I know Bryce can't do it that well, but it's pretty easy to go and do that baseball slide. So why don't we just draft a couple, scatterbows or whatever, and then we'll just line it up, and everyone can just go slide down the field, and then if anyone tries to, if they don't, if right when someone's coming to get you, just time it up real well, and then that's how you get your first down. If everyone else is going to manipulate these rules, then we can do it too, and then we'll just have this really just unwatchable product. It's fine.
Right. And plus, it was fake. I mean, let's be honest. If you're a starting quarterback, seriously old, seriously old, and your offensive line, wouldn't wouldn't you your immediate reaction would be to pick up their other player and start fighting with him and push him around and do that would be the initial reaction. I mean, we saw what Iki did, which I don't blame Iki, and I'm so damn proud that he went and pushed Cam Jordan off Bryce Young. So I mean, if Tyler Shook was really old, if Tyler Shook suffered an injury, which I understand the NFL they don't throw flags based off injuries or not, but my whole point is that was a stage. That was fake. That's why they threw the flag because when Tyler Shook went down, you didn't see even one single player from the Saints push Christian uh, Ransom off. You didn't see one Saint player push a Panthers player away or something like that. Instead, you saw the Saint players, offensive line, raise their hand. Like, throw the flag, throw the flag. This is such dumb, dumb stage act by the Saints. So yeah, they got away with it. But next year, Bob, we will get away with it with the beatdown of the Saints. Because the players, don't forget, the players won't forget about it. They might get away this year. Next year, karma is going to be sweet. Let's put it that way. Now, I will say this. Offense, I thought played great. Yeah, the 4th and 1. I mean, the 4th and 1, everyone talking about a sneak, a sneak, a sneak. But why not run a bootleg? You know the Saints are anticipating a sneak. You know Bryce is fast enough. You run a bootleg It's a first down.
Well, I don't think we ran the ball enough. I think we ran the ball about 27 times this week. I mean, I just feel like the goal is already to get to 40. And I don't know if Rico got nicked up there. I thought Chuba was showing some more burst in there. I would have liked to see more Chuba down the stretch. But Millie, you're
She's Mediterranean.
yeah, she is. She's bad dog. She lacks discipline. That dog. Um, but yeah, I mean, we could talk about it till whatever. We weren't that far removed from when Cam Newton was getting just headshots, and the way that we saw him get officiated, and he was a veteran at the time. Um, and so now I've got to watch a rookie quarterback get treated like, I mean, it rubs me the wrong way. It's only been the
And,
10-year removed from all this. So it
and,
really rubs me the wrong way.
and sorry to cut you off, Bo, but remember what Ed Ackley said about Cam? He's too young to get a call. So I guess Tyler Shook is not too young, probably because Tyler Shook is 26. I mean, if he was 21, 22 coming to the league, he's too young. But here's the deal. Here's the deal. And I and I had this problem with officials, NFL officials, for a long time. They cannot get fired. The NFL, if they want us, and I'm not just talking about Panthers fans, I'm talking about NFL fans. If the NFL want all of us to take officials seriously, every condition, situation, you make a terrible call, you can get fired. Because right now, sign me up. Sign me up where I can get $200,000 or $100,000 a year doing it part time when I can make terrible scores. The NFL privately will apologize. But guess what? They're not getting fired. Those same officials will be walking this week, next week, and so on. So give me a break. Terrible officials should understand there are consequences and you could get fired for it. End of story. If that is the case, I guarantee you we will see more consistent and more good calls, not just with the Panthers, but the NFL in general.
Well, we've been saying that for years and beating the dead horse, beating the drum for that, and it just it hasn't changed. So
It won't
um,
change. Unfortunately, it won't change until
so it just and that's the whole thing. Nothing ever changes. So it's like why I feel like it's like what the definition of insanity expecting to get a fair game out there. So you know whatever. Um,
so anyway, off to Tampa. I mean, we mentioned in the beginning, this is a bipolar team. This is a bipolar team. And we have 3 games because they're so unpredictable. I won't be surprised, Bo, if we preview week 18, 3 weeks from now, we'll have a show and we were talking about a chance to win the NFC South. Or maybe just maybe week 17 will be Seattle, which Seattle is very good because we are bipolar. So we win one, we lose one. But maybe just maybe week 17, we beat the Seahawks and then somehow with the backup quarterback, Quinton Ewell, the Dolphins beat the Buccaneers. Now, everyone said, oh, the Dolphins bench too hard and it's over and all of that. But here's the deal. Tua Tagovailoa, I'm probably not pronouncing his last name correctly, Tagovailoa, has not played great, even as a starter. So it's not like they're benching a Hall of Famer and all of that. He hasn't been consistent. Against Pittsburgh, he made a couple of really bad interceptions. But now, am I counting and beating the Seahawks? No. Because I be honest with you, Bo, and I could be completely wrong, but when I'm looking at the last 3 games of our schedule, the game that I most feel is week 17. The Seahawks are pretty damn good of a team. They might not get the win seed because the Rams are slightly better than they are.
Well, we can't look at the Seahawks yet because we don't beat Tampa. Then, and I mean, I know that you're clearly not worried about Tampa, but we still got to beat them. If we beat them, the season's over. So we're in must-win territory. I know technically it's not over. There's a way that we could still get in, but you got to beat Tampa. You've got a banged up Baker Mayfield. Um, but at the same time, you've got Mike Evans back. They've got some guys that can be game wreckers, and they've got a lot of guys that have been there before. So they're going to be ready to go. They're going to be. They've had a little bit more time to prepare as well. So I mean, it's going to be a big one, and Dave Canales needs to have the right game plan, the right identity. Just get ready to run the rock as much as you can. I mean, just run the absolute crap out of that ball. I think that should be their game plan, and then give Bryce some chances to throw it down the field. That worked out well in a lot of our wins. So we'll see what they do. I'll be watching somewhere, not sure yet, but I will be watching. I haven't quit. I'm not quitting on this team. I'm just, this happens sometimes, when you just get so tired of the disrespect that we get from week to week. It's just, it gets tiring, but no, I'll be watching. And hey,
Right.
shout out to Panther Greg. Sounds like he hooked you up with some tickets, man. That's awesome.
No, but not this game, but in the past. Yeah, absolutely, yes. Great
Okay.
guy. Right. No, but you seem like a negative Bob today regarding the team.
What have I said negative about the Panthers? I haven't said anything negative about the Panthers. What I've said negative about is the NFL as a whole. That's what I've got my problems in. You want me to
No,
care about this product, but you don't care enough to actually, I think it was a joke that they said, "Oh, you know what? That T Mac catch, yeah, that was a. We'll admit that." It's like, man,
they
thanks,
admit it,
thanks NFL, thanks Roger Goodell.
but I got to be honest with you. When I watched it, I didn't think it was a catch. Because here's the deal: the ball, typically for a catch, you touch the ground, you have to have possession of the ball. When he touched the ground, the ball moved slightly, just slightly. So honestly, I can understand why they called it incomplete. I really do. But my whole point about you potentially being slightly negative, saying I don't know if I will watch all of that, and that is what I mean. That is what I mean. Which is all good. I mean, they're 7-7. They lost the games that they should beat. But this is a bipolar team, Paul. We have to remember that.
I'm not saying I'm not going to watch. I'm saying that once if the Panthers season ends with more just egregious calls and missed calls and stuff like that, to where we have to talk about the officials again, and that's the way the game ended, to where your quarterback is bragging about selling a foul at the end of the game like it's the NBA or something, then I'm just not going to watch the product for the rest of the year. And we'll see. We'll see again in the next fall. I'm just that nothing against the Panthers, nothing against them. I don't think it's been a good product this year overall. And that's
No,
that's my 2 cents.
but it's been a bad product for a long time, not just this year. But we still watch. We still watch. I mean, we might do a show even if they are, for whatever reason, eliminate like playoff stuff and Super Bowl. But of course, I agree with you. They have to get it better, but they won't get it better. I mean, next season, I can guarantee you, we'll be in the same situation, 2027 and so on, until and unless they make officials, number one, full time, because right now it's a part time. Make them full time. But number two, just as important, let them understand you make bad calls, there are going to be someone who will replace you. Which, speaking of replacing, I think in a way the NFL should let, like, you have baseball, you have minor league, you have major league, and so on. I nearly. So woof. So what you need to have, some way officials get ready to work in the NFL. Get ready to work in the NFL, that the NFL will sponsor it and pay them and all of that.
Um, sorry, what was that?
I'm saying you have in baseball, you have minor league, you have all of that. You have in the NBA, you have G League, where the referees, NFL officials, NBA referees walk and loan out and move out. You have the same in hockey. We don't have that in the NFL. We don't have that in the NFL, where the referees basically walk their way up until they're ready for the major, or in this case, NFL. That is one downside. So, in a way, I wish the NFL would team up with the XFL, make the rules the same, nearly. So, basically, they will be working and learn the skills and products. And when you're ready to go up, you will be go up and understand that you are terrible. Could move down, but also you could be fired. There will be someone who will replace you, because right now there is no someone who can replace them. That is the problem.
I mean, also that they're in bed with these gambling entities, and I mean, so you pay them, they're still going to do a crappy job, and they're still going to be in bed with the gambling. It is what it is, man. I mean, we'll see.
But then, but Bo, let's be honest. Officials were bad 2015 Super Bowl. Jared Cartry catch. There was no sport gambling back then. They've been bad. They will be bad until we have full time official, but also officials that understand you make terrible call, you will be fired. End of story. End of
Well,
discussion.
then maybe we just got to wait until the robots, we just get the robots in there, and then then we can actually just program some robots. I'm sure the Japanese or China's already got them ready to go. Of course,
And
those
you
look like
know,
they're more ready for war, but we'll take those too. Just get. I don't know, man. I just I have a hard time being critical of a team when you know just
and you know,
looking at the way that game played out. So it is what it is. But
you know,
I think we can beat Tampa. I think that if the fans show up and we have the same energy in that building, and good game plan, let just run the rock, and let these guys, you know, let these guys cover not so far back in that prevent defense. Get a little bit closer up there. I mean, we did get some sacks this week, which was nice. That's a good sign. So, keep on keeping on.
I was
I
going,
mean,
I've gone to, sorry to cut you off. We've gone to say final point about the officials in the Saints game, and this really pissed me off. The, everyone talking about the 4th and 1 that not Bryce, that Schuber was stopped in the backfield, loss of 3. But here's the deal: the previous play, Bryce ran with the ball. It wasn't a design run, by the way, because I heard on the KB show, everyone said it was a design run. It was not a design run. It was going to be a throw, just Bryce ran with the ball. Now, the Panthers challenge, official called Bryce short of the first down. Two things that I want to know. Why did it not measure the spot before we challenge? Number one, I mean, they have AI. They could have reviewed the spot, but even just more importantly, you watch the play live, you watch the referee on the far right side where Bryce went out of bounds. Typically, when it goes down, they will do like that. That is the official's signal. Let's move the chain. That was the official. You watch the replay, you watch it live. That was the official reaction. Let's move the chain. So the official initially wasn't a first down. That is so they had to have indisputable evidence that he was short. And like I said, typically they have AI right now that they can measure where's the ball at compared to the first down. So I'm shocked considering how close it was that they did not review the spot, which doesn't make sense. Doesn't make sense. Why are you not reviewing the spot? Why are the Panthers needing to throw a challenge when you could easily review the spot? So that truly baffled me.
All right. Well, moving on to Tampa.
Yeah. So moving on to Tampa. I mean, the weather should be great. Should also be good for Tampa, around 60 degrees. I fully expect the bank to be rocking on Sunday. I mean, against the Ravens, it was rocking. You felt it in the 500 levels. I felt it in the 200 level. It was rocking. I mean, I joke on Twitter, but I'm being serious. I'm serious. If you don't get up on Sunday at the bank, you don't make loud noise when we are on defense, then Trey Boston will come and tackle you and will ask you, didn't your mama teach you to be a diehard Panthers fan? Because we know you saw the video about Trey Boston that he tell the fan, well, you better be in your best behavior in Bank of America Stadium. Well, on Sunday, you better be on your feet when we're on defense, get loud, rock in the chair, because otherwise Trey Boston will come, tackle you, and ask you, didn't your mama teach you to be a Carolina Panthers fan?
Hey, they hold each other accountable out there. I like it. Make some
Yeah, so
noise. Stand up on third down. All that.
stand up, be loud, make, make Bacon regret what he said about the Panthers, make the coach lost for a sec. Todd Bowles. Todd Bowles. Make Todd Bowles. I know that was before we lost to the Saints. But Todd Bowles said on Friday after the game, oh, I don't think it will be difficult to sweep the Carolina Panthers. It's not difficult. It's all about mentality, not physicality. So that was a chip shot. Now we have to sweep them. We win on Sunday, we are going to sweep them, Bo. Mark it down. We win on Sunday, we are going to sweep them. We lose, it's over. That is how I see it. So on Sunday, it's like the Super Bowl for us. What's up, FX? How you doing? Long, long time not seeing you. So we win on Sunday, we are going to beat Buccaneers. And we will probably be playing primetime, flex, NBC. We lose, over, but even if it's over, it's so bright. Like I know we talked about making the playoff this season and all of that. You had them winning 12 games. I had them winning 10, finish second place. Even if we don't make the playoff, ball, we have such big, about 40 mil, maybe 45, maybe 50 mil, around that range to work with. Maybe it's slightly lower. We have picks coming from the Vikings thanks to Adam Sinland trade. We know Dan Morgan is going to be aggressive. Brett Peters. Our future is so damn bright, which the way I see it, and I saw it last season, I mentioned it to you, mentioned it on Twitter. I see this team 2022 Lions team. Lions team 2022, they came just this short from making it to the playoff. They were eliminated a few hours earlier by the Seahawks. They beat the Packers on Sunday night. Look at them now, consistently every year making it to the playoff. They probably could have made it to the Super Bowl when they lost to the 49ers. This year, they might not make it because of injuries, but they've been consistently pretty good damn team. So Making it to the playoff this season will be fantastic, phenomenal. The city deserve it. Panthers fans deserve it. We all deserve it. No matter if you're in Dallas, in Charlotte, no matter where you're watching, we all deserve to experience playoff experience, Panthers Nation, which really deserve it and to throw the Matt Rule Pepsi clown curse to the trash. But even if we don't make it, we are such a young team, Bo. I mean, the only veterans, players that are 30 years old or above, Sam Mountain, our Panther, David Moore. And Hunter Redford, I believe it's 29 and he's not coming back next season. That is all. That is all. You don't see that in Austin Colbert. Forgot about him. I think Moulton is approaching 30, if I remember correctly. That is horrible. So, regardless of what we, which, like I said, I think we're going to beat Tampa. I really feel like we're going to beat Tampa because it's a home game. Now, if this was a road game, let's say it was the flip the script. Week 16 would have been in Tampa. Tampa would have probably won because Tampa would have known, listen, we beat them, it's over. We don't want to come back to Carolina because if we do, the Panthers will win. So Tampa Bay might be in the mentality, yeah, we need to win, but it's okay. We don't win, we take in. And for the Panthers, this is our Super Bowl. We win, we are going to sweep Tampa. We lose, we talk about free agency and all of that. And because we are on the right path, guess what? Free agent will want to come to Carolina, and we won't have to overpay them because Robert Hunt is a great player when he's healthy and not recording Mission Impossible movies. And Damian Lewis is a very good tackle, but guess what? We overpay them because we needed to. You're a great team. You're a team with a very young, upcoming roster. You don't have to overpay players. They want to come naturally to be having a chance to make the playoffs, having a chance to win the Super Bowl. That is what we are adding.
Yeah, man, preach. We're on the up and up, but you know,
So what's your prediction score wise Sunday?
I think the Panthers win 27-20.
So it's good. We won't have the blood pressure won't be high, the chest pain won't be high. I'm thinking 28-24.
Okay.
Panthers.
Well, we shall see, my friend. Hey, I'm gonna roll out. Hopefully, my vibes will be better next time. Not to be Debbie Downer today.
We know
Um,
we are going to be on YouTube doing the show.
okay. You got it, my friend. As always, appreciate you having me. Keep pounding. Thanks, man.
Keep beat the bats. Thank you, boss. Good night, my friend. Good night,
Good night,
Millie.
man.
Keep pounding.